So, what song's on your mind right now?
uh Burna Boy.
Hmm.
Um there's one song that he had, they tell you another story. That one was like probably the one that stuck out to me. It's on his new album, African Giant,
Hmm.
and there's a song called uh it, the song is yeah, another story. And the way it started is this kind of answering your question?
Of what?
What song is on my mind?
Go ahead. You can
Yeah,
explain.
yeah. The At the beginning they talked about like Nigerian history
Mm-hmm.
and talked about how the Royal Niger Company and their effect on the what the shape is and what is today Nigeria, and that Nigeria didn't start as a country, it started as a business deal,
Mm-hmm.
and that
A
just
business deal between who and who?
between Nigeria
Mm-hmm.
and the natives,
Okay.
and the Royal Niger Company, a trading company.
Okay.
And the Royal Niger Company was the guy named Goldie. He created all these posts. Well, right off the Niger Delta, created all these posts, about 30 posts. In Nigeria. This is before Nigeria was ever formed.
Mm-hmm.
Britain has been trying to get into Nigeria and other parts of Africa for hundreds of years, but haven't been able to penetrate, Africa. But then this guy Goldie comes in, who used to be in the naval force for Britain. He comes in as an independent contractor, going into like this area in Africa where the river, Niger River and Delta River are, to create like trading posts. And before, all the Africans and Nigerians there were trading with like the French a little bit German, Britain mostly. But he created these posts, so therefore, like he could in essence have a route that is safe for passage for people to transport and export and all that. And at this time, this area was their biggest export was slaves, but now it was changing into palm oil. So all that oil, all these villagers and everyone, all the traders were selling, making great money. But this guy comes in and says, rather than y'all sell it at these like different prices, you could sell it at a specific price that goes out to a specific market, and we could own this. You can make a lot more money. Those deals didn't really happen the way they should have, and this area that where the posts are for trading, he ended up having a charter from Great Britain, which gave him a government in this area. So he had a government. He had his own army. He had police. He had a judge. He had all this in what is now Nigeria for his. And this is the Royal Niger Company,
Mm-hmm.
and but basically he wasn't really living up to the rules and everything. He was being very malicious in his all his rule. And this is right now. This is 1879. So this is from 1879 to 1899. So, so this is early
20
in the game.
years.
Yeah.
20
So
years.
this is early in the game, and he's locking down these places, and this is what I heard from the song from the very beginning that I started learning about. I was like, this is crazy how Nigeria was formed, but basically, you know,
So this
um,
is Burna Boy.
Burna Boy, and another story. you know, um, he's the music, the song, the music's great, but the beginning he talked about the history of Nigeria and how it's a business deal. Because you said, how is it a business deal? How it's Nigeria a business deal versus the country?
Yeah.
But he financially owned these areas and had a charter from Great Britain to have this area.
Yeah.
The deals went bad. Eventually, Great Britain took back their charter. He sold it to Great Britain, this piece of plot of land and all the trading posts and everything, for £875,000 at that time, which is about 17 to like $20 million now. But basically, Great Britain now owned like Nigeria. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, so they
Mm-hmm.
had this area, and they created at that time, 1899, the North Protectorate and the South Protectorate to protect certain areas of trade,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually that lost out too. And then Unilever, the company Unilever,
Mm-hmm.
they purchased it from Great Britain.
Mm-hmm.
And now Unilever is still to this day in Nigeria, doing business. And they're the ones who created this whole area, of ownership in Nigeria. And then when Nigeria was annexed or separated themselves in independence in 1960,
Mm-hmm.
is when they have full independence. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of like, so Great Britain didn't really invade and colonize like Nigeria. It's really that they purchased it from, Goldie as a Royal Niger group.
For my song that's on my mind, I'm gonna